when I feel like I'm down from checking my phone. I will laugh when I cry, 'cause we all go alone.
You're waiting for, just
just open up your eyes, it's time to see, 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 see. What is it you're waiting for? It's time to open up your eyes and see, 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 see. You are what you're waiting for. Just open up your eyes, it's time to see, 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 see.
I am a stream of consciousness, a vibrational being, born into this physical reality, searching for purpose and love to only realize the real prize is the love that I found within myself. I've come here to be happy, to find joy in everything I do. I learn lessons, I fall, I get up, and I laugh. I see parts of myself in others every day. I take a deep breath in and look at the clouds above me. Deep breath out, realizing the beauty that is everlasting in everything. The healing process.
Don't be afraid. After the darkness is light. So don't you be afraid. When it comes the long night. Long night. Have faith, journey along. If you don't know, the path is long. But if you try, you'll surely grow to heal past the sorrow that been keeping you low. You will also grow, 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 grow. You got to grow, grow, grow. slowly and surely, we'll make it through.
I say welcome to the queendom. It's a holy sanctuary, make a blessing on my body, cause I find it necessary. I free my femininity, I'll let my body move while I got Shakti raining over me. The gave birth to all this energy, and in between my thighs I have the universe inside of me, a queendom. I say welcome to the queendom. And in my queendom, all my walls are made of mirrors, so if you can't see yourself, let your reflection make it clearer. In the queendom, women praising other women, and we're loving on each other like the way we should be living. In the queendom, we don't compare and shame or jealousy, we're busy celebrating the way God created you and me, the queendom. If you feel the call to freedom, you got the keys to claim your crown, and welcome to the queendom. It's a holy sanctuary, make a blessing on my body, cause I find it necessary. In my queendom, I free my femininity, I'll let my body move while I got Shakti raining over me. Gave birth to all this energy, and in between my thighs I have a universe inside of me. I say welcome to the queendom. And in my queendom, we are reclaiming what is ours. We can start a revolution when we learn to own our power. In the queendom, it's time to stop pretending, people please, and playing weaker, cause your power is transcendent. In the queendom, I let God be my direction. When I pray, I'm making love to you, trust you are my protection. In the queendom, I'm living with an open heart, because the queen knows how to feel the world and turn it into art. Welcome to the queendom. It's a holy sanctuary, make a blessing on my body, cause I find it necessary. I free my femininity, I'll let my body move while I got Shakti raining over me. Give birth to all this energy, and in between my thighs I have a universe inside of me. I say welcome to the queendom. And in my queendom, it's a holy sanctuary, make a blessing on my body, cause I find it necessary. In the queendom, I'll free my femininity, I'll let my body move while I got Shakti raining over me. The queendom gave birth to all this energy, in between my thighs I have a universe inside of me, a queendom. I say welcome to the queendom.
When the water's rushing up your neck and the ground leaves your feet, look around and see what you've got left. Did you get free? I am giving all of it without regret, 'cause what's the worst it could be? In need of more than just the check to check to get free. Not trying to get by, I'm trying to get free. Not trying to get by, I'm trying to get free. I'm trying to get free. I'm trying to get free. Not trying to get by.
blockages, no boundaries, just peace. Everything is temporary. Those feelings that you're feeling are fleeting. How you feel right now is impermanent. Remember that you're grounded in who you are. Remember that your wisdom will take you far. Stop pushing, stop forcing. Just feel, just flow. Believe that what you have is real. Inside and out you shine, brighter than anyone I know. Be kind to yourself. You deserve it. You are everything. You are perfect. I hope that you see all that I do in you. I hope that all of your dreams come true. And if so, choose you always. You're worth it every day, all the time. You make me smile. You let me shine. Inhale, fall in line. Exhale, realign. Your energy is divine, divine. So the next time you feel alone, discouraged, or on your own, remember, you got it. So flaunt it.
I carry moments that will haunt me in my sleep, and I'm tired. I never felt so out of self. I know what they're taking from it. I'll never be what you wanted. I ain't taking the bait no longer. I got guidance to carry me on. I got guidance to carry me on. I got guidance to carry me on. You gon' make me lose my temper. So I already lost half my mind. Create something bigger, patient, I could slow. Pay for it to be done, how I say so. I've been working, mama, follow through. I got guidance to carry me on when they step to me, telling me what I can do. I got guidance to carry me on when I'm being and broken and black and blue. And I can't be letting myself believe that I'm running out of time. I know I'm in your arms. I know I'm in your arms. I know create some bigger patient, I could slow. Wait for it to be done, how I say so.
Maybe it couldn't work out in the end. Maybe this what I deserve now. Better off as friends. And I know I'm not perfect, love. But maybe I could be worth the love. Fall in love with you.
Repeat after me. I radiate love. I receive love with open arms. My capacity for love is infinite. I am worthy of the love that I give. The love I seek starts within me. I receive my blessings with open arms. I am ready for my abundance. I am blessed. My life is a gift. I am a magnet for success. I am grateful. Everything that I need is within me. I start and end my days with gratitude. My mind is clear. My body is at ease. I am kind to myself. I am free. I am loved eternally. I've got everything I need.
Starflower has the way of the world. Starflower sings just like the bluest bird. They will all come to you for relief. They will all cherish you because you're sweet. Spill your secrets to the ocean side. Let them wash into the light. See your reflection in the Milky Way. Know that this bed of stars will keep you safe. Starflower, don't you cry. Starflower, it's your time. Starflower, don't you cry. Starflower, it's your time.
Take your time, free your mind. You can find peace of mind. Take your time, free your mind. You can find peace of mind. Redefine, realign. Deep inside we divine. Take your time, free your mind.
yourself, know your worth, you're enough. I know times are kinda tough right now, and you'd rather be in love. You're a diamond in the rough. Love yourself, know your worth, you're enough. Love yourself, know your worth, you're enough right now. Love yourself, know your worth, you're enough. Love yourself, know your worth, you're enough right now. Love yourself, know your worth, you're enough. Take your time, free your mind. You can find peace of mind. Take your time, free your mind. You can find
start my mornings with breath and a yoga pose, filling my spirit with peace until it overflows. I start my mornings with breath and a yoga pose, filling my spirit with love until I overdose. Yeah, my eyes closed, I'm in child's pose. I know life ain't perfect, but I smile though. Count my breath like 5, 4, 2, 1, and rise slow. Another day, a new vinyasa. With every breath, releasing all my problems, all my chakras. They so aligned, I'm so aligned, I'm so divine. Wake up in the morning and I celebrate. Say my present and I meditate. Wake up in the morning, then I levitate. Do a sauna, pranayama, meditate. Wake up in the morning and I celebrate. Say my present and I meditate. Wake up in the morning, then I levitate. Do a sauna, pranayama, meditate. I start my mornings with breath and self-analysis, giving thanks and gratitude to life and all of its challenges. So many dualities, but I know how to balance it. My heart is open, I'm in cobra pose. I lift my chest, inhale through my nose, exhale out my mouth, and let it overflow. Practice asana, manifest your soul control. Another day, a new vinyasa. With every breath, releasing all my problems, all my chakras. They so aligned, I'm so aligned, I'm so divine. Wake up in the morning and I celebrate. Say my present and I meditate. Wake up in the morning, then I levitate. Do a sauna, pranayama, meditate. Wake up in the morning and I celebrate. Say my present and I meditate. Wake up in the morning, then I levitate. Do a sauna, pranayama, meditate. Ground yourself in the now. Plant your soul in the present. Anchor your mind to the breath. Be with the body. Be with the breath. Release the tension. Release the pain. Release the stress. Watch the body. Free the mind. Become one with the breath. Wake up in the morning and I celebrate. Say my present and I meditate. Wake up in the morning, then I levitate. Do a sauna, pranayama, meditate. Wake up in the morning and I celebrate. Say my present and I meditate. Wake up in the morning, then I levitate. Do a sauna, pranayama, meditate.
Darling, darling, you're beautiful. Gotta keep your head up. Never let anything bring you down. Sunshine will always come around. Stay strong, move on. You have such a beautiful soul. Let your energy radiate. Darling, sunshine will always come around. Stay strong, move on. You have such a beautiful soul. Let your energy radiate.
Good morning and afternoon to everybody. Thank you for your patience, and yeah, I'll wait till everybody comes back. Hi, good morning, Maricruz. Oh, let me sorry, I took permissions off. Let me see. How do I do this? There we go. Okay. I think now you can unmute yourself.
Oh, I just wanted to say buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. I see we have Bree, Darla, Donatella, Marisela. Let's see. iPhone user, I'm not sure. But hey there. All right, let me give it a few more moments. If you do not want to be on film today, that's fine. Just unmute yourself, introduce yourself. iPhone. Amber. You can also rename yourself. Let me go ahead and rename it for you. There we go. Alrighty. Everybody has their comfortable spaces. Any tea? Did anybody bring any tea for today?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, baby.
This is Marisela for some reason. I have to go into the Zoom settings to allow access for the camera, so
okay.
I have to kind of mess with that, which yes, I'll work on it. But I'm here from Winnetka, California.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you. All right, and everybody here I'm mostly familiar with. I'm friends with a lot of you, so I appreciate, you guys hopping on and trusting me to hold this type of space and be present. So thank you. So I'm gonna say I made some tea for today. It's still brewing. Brewing. I feel like a witch when I said it's still brewing. But there's a blend, some blends I'm going to be sharing in the opening email, the prompts that you could use to enhance your dreams if you wish to do that, to even help you relax in the wake state as well. So I want to share real quick that I made a blend of mugwort, blue lotus, and damiana. So lots of moving energy, lots of dream state, even in the awake form, and magic. So let's go ahead and get started. For those of you who want to chime in later, feel free to. We're going to do some introductions in just a few. But let's go ahead and drop in together and set the space. I'm going to light a candle. Feel free to light a candle if you want to set space. Also light some incense. I'm going to be burning some copal, which helps clear those energies out that are stagnant. Sage also helps with that, but copal is for me, a magical connector. So feel free to light whatever you need, set your space, build your altar. I have this little desk I'm working on that goes on the floor that I'm like, this is gonna be nice. Have my little altar over here. So one of the important things about this type of space is really setting it intentionally for you and for, in the future, if you decide to host your own dream circles, just having just that space be available and loving. So, alrighty. Just let that burn a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to invite you all to close your eyes and sit in a comfortable position. Let's take a moment here to tune into all the sounds that are around us, the stillness, all the music that's in the air, the earth beneath your feet, holding and supporting you, the passion within your heart burns bright like the sun. The blood that runs through your body like the water that cleanses. Above to our spirit guides, below to our ancestors and those who walk the path before us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present. And calling in any of your guides that you know you have with you. They are welcome. All right, and let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold it at the top. And exhale through the mouth. And inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top. And exhale with a sigh. And one more deep breath in through the nose. Hold it at the top. 3, 2, 1. Exhale with a sigh. Shake it off. Get all the wigglies out. Whatever it is that you need to do to come back into your body. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Alrighty. So, something I like to share with you guys, I shared it, I don't know if I shared the full mantra with you in the email, but I'm definitely going to share it right now because I want to introduce the mantra to you, and I invite you to use this every time you want to go into that intentional dream space, that one where you're like, okay, I'm going to set space for, any communication that wants to come in that's serving for me or serving for somebody else. Mantras are very powerful tools that can just help set the space. And do you know, any of these tools that I'm sharing with you, all of them are optional. None of them, you don't need any of them to get into your space. You are already dreaming just as you are. But these are helpful tools. If you like to use them, they will become your allies. So this mantra, it's really nice. And you can also say it shortly, but I'm going to say the full one. It's not too long, but I would invite you to put your hand on your heart, wherever it's nice and warm. Maybe warm up your hands a bit too, so that you are nice and warm, and really just connect with yourself. You are here for you. You are here for your family. You are here for your community. You are here for your world. This is you. Everything is you. So this is what I would invite you to say. I'm going to post it in a minute, but this is the full mantra. I am here. I am present. I am listening. Life is the dream, and I am the dreamer. I open my heart to what is seen and unseen. I enter this space as ceremony. May I remember, may I receive, may I return. So if you guys would like to say that out loud in your own space, let me go ahead and put that up for you so that you can. I'll give you guys a few moments to sit with that. Alrighty. Let's do it again. That's not the one. Give me 1 second. That is not the right one. Let's see, where are you? I just uploaded you. There you are. Okay. All right, so I call it the Dreamer's Oath, which is like a promise, which is like something you could say if you wish. Again, just a tool. Now let's go ahead and say it one more time together. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. I am here. I am present. I am listening. Life is the dream, and I am the dreamer. I open my heart to what is seen and unseen. I open my heart to, excuse me, I enter this space as ceremony. May I remember, may I receive, may I return. Alrighty, welcome everybody. Now that we've set the space, called in our allies and our guides, I'm going to invite you all to unmute yourself and introduce who you are. So let's see, just your name, where you're dreaming from, and what called you to this path. And an optional, something that you believe is special about yourself that you would like to share with us, so we can hold that as well. I can go first, by the way, just so you have an example, so that you have an example of what that looks like. My name is Tia Marie. I am dreaming from Winnetka, California, Los Angeles County. And what called me to this path? Oh man, life. Life has called me to this path. It's always been this way, and it's something that I've relied on my whole life. Dreams, dreaming, spirits, communication with things that seem as if they don't move or speak or talk. And it's been a beautiful unfolding path, and it's what led me here to be able to hold space for others to come into it more, even if you're already there, coming into it more. So, and something I believe that is special about myself. Oh my God, I wrote the questions, but I did not think about them myself. So, something that I think that is special about me. I wouldn't call it empathy, but a lot of people call it empathy. But I feel like when somebody is in my realm, is in my field, I can really feels like I can tap into them as if they are me and I am them. And that gives me a world of understanding that does not seem possible when it's surface level. It's deeper, it's more connected, and therefore I am then able to share myself more fully. So that's what I think is special about me. But yeah, so whoever wants to go next, I am complete.
I'll go. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Cruz Chia. I am a medicine woman, sound healer from the Inland Empire here in California. Originally from LA, though. And what was the next question?
I should have wrote these ones down. So, what called you to this path and something you believe is special about yourself?
So what called me to this path is just divine orchestration and just wanting to be surrounded by like-minded individuals that can understand this path. And so just really trying to embody the dream world, so yeah, I'm just really excited to be here and to like unravel some of these amazing dreams that up to date I still haven't. And so yeah. And what oh my goodness. I forgot the next question.
Next question is, what is something that you believe is special about yourself?
Oh, um, I give wholeheartedly, and and yeah, like I'm really here to just serve and be of service to others, and just realizing that more and more that I'm just a channel, you know. So yeah, thank you. I'm complete.
Thank you, Marie Cruz, and thank you for diving in and joining us, and excited to continue weaving this path and witnessing you as well. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Alrighty, who's next?
I can go next. My name is Darla. Right now, I'm in Los Angeles County in Maywood. What brought me to this path? I guess curiosity, and then just like the connection that I felt once I've started exploring like spirituality. And then more specifically in this time, I think it's like a recalling of myself and trying to reconnect. Um, just with my spiritual self. I think I think throughout the years I've like kind of gone in and out. And it's always been like something that is present with me, but maybe not practiced as much. And so I'm trying to reconnect to that part of me because I know that it's like the best way for me to be is like connected to spirit. And I feel the most fulfilled when I am. Um, and then in connection to that, I guess something that I feel like is special about me, that's all right, is that I'm like in a state of growth at all times. I like feel like I have a lot of intention around it, even if I'm not um fulfilling it in the fullest way that I feel like I can. I know that I always can come back to it. And so I have like a lot of gratitude for myself for realizing that like sometimes I can like stray off of like my path, but I know that I like can come back to it, and that like yeah that I don't know how to say it, like resilient in my desire to like grow. Yeah, so that's something that I think is special. I don't give up even if it feels like I'm a little lost. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Darla. Thank you for sharing all of that. And yeah, I agree. It's nice to be in that form of growth all the time. It's we're students all the time, all the time. So welcome. Thank you for hopping on this path, and I'm happy to have you here. Alrighty. Ooh, Mighty Cruz says a warrior. Yes, ma'am. All right, who'd like to go next? I'm gonna start picking names. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty, I see you, Maricela.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marisela, and I'm located here in Winnetka. Um, what what brought me here was, the convenience and my love for Tia and knowing what she's about and, her guiding it, but also I've always been like interested in dreams and like curious about it. So kind of want to explore something that I haven't, really read too much into or explored, so to get to know more about it. And I also had this experience where we did this activity where it was like a big like sleepover, like some kind of like retreat setting, and we were told to like that we were gonna wake. We drank some tea that's supposed to help you, with your dreams. I forgot what it's called. I'm sure you know tea because I probably told you about it, but no, I don't think so. But anyway, um, and then we woke up in the middle of the night and we talked about our dreams, and then we kind of got a message from like a collective dream. So that was pretty cool. So it's nice to be able to connect and share our dreams and see what messages come like for each other and for ourselves and as a collective. Um, what else? What's special about me is my love for children, for animals, for nature, and just seeing the beauty in it all. And I wanted to share with you something that's in my front porch. Let's see, how do I switch this? Mm, how do I rotate the camera? Is it on the top? Oh, yeah. Let's see if you can see it. What can I see? Those are hummingbird eggs. Can you see them?
Can't see them, but I think I see the net. Oh, there it is. Wow. Mama bird left for a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, colibritas. Ay, Dios mío. Those are good. Yeah.
I'm excited to get to know you guys.
Thank you, Marisela. Thanks for
Thank you.
joining. And also, hummingbirds are magical. Hummingbirds are completely magical. And that share about the dreaming as a collective, that's basically the space I'm holding is eventually when we start, you know, dreaming fully together, we're going to have those collective dreams where we get to share. So thank you for bringing that experience in, Marisela. Alrighty. So Bree is going to come back, and then Amber is currently dropping off her kids, and that's perfectly fine. When you guys get back, feel free to say hello, introduce yourself. We're going to go ahead and let's see, share a little bit more about what's to be expected in the next 3 months. So let's see. So moving forward, after this class, I'm gonna send you an email, and every Sunday, I want to say by at least Sunday morning. I can't promise every time it's gonna be Sunday morning, but at least every Sunday, you will have a new prompt. And that prompt is going to help you dive deeper into what you're practicing, give you things to think about. I'm also going to share some tips and some recipes. I don't know if you know this yet or not, but I'm the tea lady. I do a lot of teas and a lot of herbal mixes that help us connect even more and get us into that state where we're using nature's gifts to really connect to her. So look out for those. It's just going to be extra information that you don't have to go over, but it's helpful and also can be enlightening. I'm going to share some books that I've read that have really shaped my experiences, and maybe they can shape yours. There's going to be always an opportunity for you to share things that help for you, experiences that have shaped you as well. So do know that this is a community of open sharing. I am just a space holder. I'm not the teacher. I am a space holder. We're all space holders together. So we can help each other out as much as we can. And then let's see. Every third Wednesday of the month, we're going to have a Zoom check-in, just like here, except we're going to check in on how's your prompts been going? What have you experienced? Anything big you want to share? Any changes that you've seen since this has happened, or since we've started and opened our ceremony? So there's going to be lots of opportunity for connection, lots of opportunity where I know for me, some things happen and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, who can I share it with? And if I call my parents or if I call my sisters, they're like, okay. And I'm like, you suck. So there will be times where, at any time, share your stories, share what's happening in your life. Our stories intertwine, like even across the states, because I know Bree, she'll be back. She's in Virginia. I mean, not Virginia. She's in South Carolina, which is 3 hours ahead of us. So she's in a completely different zone, but we can still connect spiritually, dreamly, all of that. So share your dreams. You never know what it could do for, somebody else who's reading them. Let's see. We will also have an optional in-person ceremony if you're available at the end of August to close the container for this summer. So right now we're in our summer opening ceremony and we will close it before we go into the fall. You're always welcome to join again for the fall. It'll be very similar to how this unfolds, but if you're going to be doing it again, there'll be deeper questions for you, different things that you can explore, but also holding the space for others who are new to it, and you share your experiences with them. So it's just going to be a big journey. Join it when you can. Hop in and out. Everything is welcomed here. Let's see. And then just to say this is a living journey, as usual, and the structure supports the dream, but the dream will guide us. So we're going to get to be sharing anything about that. So before we move on to the next part, does anybody have any questions, anything they want to share, need clarity on?
When do we start sharing our dreams? Because I had a dream last night.
Ooh, nice. We will we will have space in our call today to share dreams, and connect and go,
Great.
so we will have time for that. And then there will be a chat box too, where you can send videos, voice notes, whatever it is that you want to share dreams. I'll make that by tomorrow, so that if you have any dreams after our session, feel free to share them there as well. All right.
I have a question. You probably sent it in the email, but how often are we meeting?
So,
Aside from the Wednesday check-in?
so we're gonna have a Wednesday check-in and every first Saturday of the month. I didn't mention that. Yeah, every first Saturday of the month we're going to have a opening ceremony. So this one is the June ceremony, then the next one's July, and then the next one's August. So every month, every first Saturday of the month, we're going to open with the new month, the new theme. So we have 3 themes for the month.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I should go over that too. The theme for June is recognizing, hold on, let me steal my little notebook. Okay, yes. Month 1, which is June, is recognizing the call. So this is where we get to focus on recognizing any of those subtle signs, patterns, and calls of spirit in our individual lives. Even just noticing them, just being open-minded to notice even more. Oh, we have Donatella. She came back. Yay, welcome. And then yeah, so that's our first month. Our second month, we're going to be going over answering that call. So the first month is more about, I see you. I see you. I see you too. I'm starting to see you. Oh, that's a pattern that comes up often in my life. Hmm. Oh, that symbol, that bird always comes around when I'm feeling like this. I wonder what it means. And then so that's recognizing the call. Then we're going to move to month two, which is answering the call, which is where that question comes from. I wonder what that means. Show me what that means. Or, ooh, there's something over there that's calling me. I'm going to actually go walk over there and see what happens, if anything happens at all. Noting that did something happen or did nothing happen? Just those subtle, subtle, subtle things in life that actually are more than subtle. It's just paying attention to them. You're like, "Ee!" And you get overwhelmed with them sometimes. I know that has happened for me. What about you, Maddie Cruz?
Actually, yeah, actually, I had a big cry earlier, a big release. Just gratitude tears are the most incredible, but just to feel so heard and so seen by the Most High and the Divine, and like, it's just like, how could I even doubt, you know? How could there, like, yeah, it's just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it all started with this offering, you know. And then next thing you know, I was supposed to go to like a networking event here in downtown San Bernardino in the arts district. And I thought it was for Thursday morning. And so I shared it with another sister. And then she asked me, like, hey, did you make it? And I didn't. That thinking it was that Thursday morning. I said, no, actually, I didn't. I'll try next time. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, it's tomorrow, Friday. So I said, okay, so I ended up going. I almost didn't either, but I ended up going. And it was yesterday. And I met the assistant director of the program, which is for the San Bernardino County. And he's like, have you applied for the grant? And I said, what grant? Oh, what do you need? She's like, you're an artist, you're an art healer, so you can apply for the grant, like $500 to $1,000. You never know. And it was like yesterday was a deadline, and it's like I understood, like, wow, this is why I had to show up. And then this morning, my brother calls me because we share like cell phone bills. He has it under his name. So I hadn't sent him the money because I had to delete files from my phone because it's overloaded, the attachments. And so he called me this morning. I thought that's what he was calling me for, to tell me, hey, what's up with the money, And so I told him, before he even told me anything, I was like, I was about to reach out. I said, because I deleted the picture of how much I owe you. He's like, well, that's what I'm calling you for. He's like, just don't worry about this month. He's like, you're always doing so much for others. And this one's on me. And I was like, you know, like, just to be, because I had just prayed to God, about finances. And it's like back to back, I'm being gifted with abundance. And it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful to be seen and to be heard. So yeah, I know what you mean. But it is can bring the gratitude tears. But it's a good feeling. So thank you for listening.
Of course. Thank you for sharing. And that's the beauty of it. It's like we're always taken care of. We're always taken care of. Even if it feels like, ooh, things are getting dark, you're always taken care of. You things will find a way to you if you open your heart. And like you said, this thing kept happening. I'm supposed to go here. I already missed it. No, you didn't. You didn't miss it. Go. But I'm almost gonna make it. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Go. Oh, I made it. Okay. There's a grant. What? Wait a minute. What? And it's like all these things, they just happen. They fall into place. And it's amazing to witness it. And I love hearing about it because I'm like, see, we all got it. We all got this special thing that is with us always, that takes care of us, and this is an opportunity to dive deeper into that, to really not have to worry about being alone on this path. Like, we witness you. We're here with you. We get to witness each other's path and see how it unfolds. And so, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I want to give a welcome to Donatella. Hi.
Hi. Sorry, I lost you before. The line was too shaky.
No worries at
I'm
all.
here walking my baby.
Oh, hi, baby. Tell us, introduce yourself, your name, where you're
Yes.
joining from, and what brought you here. And one more thing is, it's optional, but tell us something that makes you special.
Oh, oh. Okay, so my name is Donatella Moltisanti. I live in Los Angeles, and I'm here because Tia Marie is such an angel, and it opens this beautiful circle for us healers and you know spirited beings. And I'm a Jungian death coach. So I do a lot of coaching, and I integrate spirit, and I've done the sound healing for past 30 years when I was not even they didn't have a name. I healed my Lyme disease with the singing bowls in my voice, and then I started to work with my clients, and I healed my menopausal symptoms with that. Like, I've been using it for personal use and then mastering it with to spreading my practice. So I love connecting with people that have these subtle bodies that attune with the frequency of the sound and the singing bowls and drums. I've done a lot of medicine work. Yeah, so in my practice, we do a lot of dream work with the Jungian. Yes, it's okay. Psychodynamic models. We work a lot with the dream, and I'm in a circle of women call every week for the past 17 years. Never missed a week. So it's some grounded in this kind of work communities in my space, in my heart. So I'm here, to support Tia Marie and to be part of this family. And what makes me special? You know, I always say I'm not special because I really think we are all unique. But there's something in the acknowledging of having some, to be special in some levels. But I think I'm unique more than special. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, I phrased the question wrong. It's more of, what do you think what is something you feel is special to yourself about you? Like, when you hold
Mm.
yourself, it's like, something like that. But also,
Mm.
uniqueness is perfectly fine.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I'm super, super intuitive. Yeah. I'm a seer. So that could be something special. I am a seer.
Well, welcome, Donatella. Thank you so much for being here. It's always a pleasure to be in space with you. She comes to the Sound Healer Collective collaborations where she shares her voice, she shares her magical tools. So I'm happy to have you here. And now we have
Thank you.
your other tools of Dream World, and 17 years of going to this. That's amazing. So I hope to hear some stuff from that, if you don't mind sharing when the time comes. Perfect. Alrighty, so before we move on to the next section, any questions, anything that I should go over again, just let me know. I know some of it you missed, Donatella, but I can go over it with you again too. But yeah, if not, yeah, let me speak a little further about me. I just want to share. I shared some of this on our info meeting call. Some of you did attend. So I want to share a little bit more, about where I'm coming from, how I got here, um, and just why this path is so important to me, and I guess the inspiration behind it all. Um, I've been dreaming for a long time, like everybody. Um, it's been a journey to say the least. Bree was on here earlier, but she's one of my first friends that we could share dreams together. So I'm happy that she's joining us. We kind of grew up together. We were neighbors for a while, and we were good friends, and have stayed connected since then. And the one thing we always connect back is, what dreams have you had? Tell me about your dreams. What's happening in the spiritual world for you? And so it's nice to have her here. Um, so when I was a child, dreams were like my favorite thing in the world. I was excited to go on a dream adventure. There was this guide in my dream. He was a He was a man, but he felt comfortable, like familiar. And he would take me, like this all happened in my dream. He would take me through the galaxies, through all of the the stars, the planets. We didn't ever go on a planet, but he was just showing me like we were just flying through, and he was pointing out everything. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful dream, and it felt so familiar. Like, oh yeah, I remember this. This is where everything started. It was a very strange dream, and it also happened several times. Like growing up, I remember going back to that space. And the one thing, because my daughter, she's 4.5 years old now. I always ask her, "Did you have any dreams? Like, tell me, because I want to know." Yeah, this guy took me on this cool trip through the universe, and I want to be like, "Really? Tell me more," because that's the type of dream I had too. So I'm always curious what happens in the little minds of our children. So yeah, and I would wake up feeling things in my dreams that I didn't feel like in real life, and I wanted more of that. I wanted to feel like alive. I wanted to feel that I could do anything, confident. And so I started dreaming more and just waking up being like, I had a dream about this. This is what I had a dream about. And I would share it with my sisters, and we didn't have dream circles. I wouldn't call it what I call that now, but we would definitely share dreams with each other, um, just because it was fun and something to talk about. Um, there have been a lot of key moments in my life that were led by dreams. Um, the reason I'm even in California, Los Angeles, is from different dreams that led me here. Before I even thought about moving, there was always this dream where I was driving somewhere. Sometimes I'd be driving and it'd be out of control. Sometimes I'd be driving and it'd be like, oh yeah, this is easy. Other times somebody else would be driving my car and I'd be like, why are you driving my car? And so there was just always this road I was on, and I could not figure out, or I didn't even question it. I was just like, guess I'm just driving. I mean, then I thought about how it related to my life. Like if there was a certain guy driving that I was actually interacting with in my real life, I could tell like, is he driving me safely, or is he driving a little crazy and I don't feel comfortable in it? And that would tell me the type of relationship I had with this person. Like, do I want him in my driver's seat? No, get out. Or yeah, sure, I'll hang back and let him drive. And so these dreams have really just led me to different places and have told me things, and we don't always listen to those things. And so it's been a journey of learning and making mistakes, or if you want to call them mistakes, and then listening and changing and seeing what happens. And so when I was on my way moving here to Los Angeles, I drove here and didn't think about any dreams. I was just driving. And I saw multiple signs everywhere. I was like, oh, look, there's a sign. Oh, look, there is a sign. This is so crazy. But it was nighttime. I think I was driving through Arizona. And as I was driving, I could see the road, and it looked just like my driving dreams I always had. And I was like, holy shiznit, is this my dream? This is the dream I have had for years. This has been it this whole time, me driving where I need to go. And after that, I was like, okay, I hear you, Spirit. I'm going to dive in. Because earlier, I've always been connected. I used to work as a psychic medium at one point, but I kind of turned that off because I was like, it's not really doing anything. But when I was driving, knowing that I was not alone, I was literally traveling with spirit, and it felt so like, oh no, this is something else. This is something else is guiding me here. I never dreamed about living in Los Angeles. I've always wanted to be an actress, like in acting and things, but Los Angeles was never on my radar. Never. But moving here, I'm like, okay, guess it's on my radar. So after that, I started just diving more into dream world, hosting dream circles, so that people can also follow their dreams to their greatest desires, whatever it is that they want to, bring into their life. And through that, I found that, it's not just about dreaming. I would have deja vu a lot. I still have deja vu a lot. Somebody over here calls it, what do you call it, Maricela? I tell her about my deja vus a lot.
Harriet Tubman moments. If you guys have seen the movie Harriet Tubman, where she has the dizzy spells, that's Tia.
I'll be driving like, oh no, where am I? What happened? And I call her, I'm like, I'm having deja vu again. So it's something I've been exploring for a long time. I used to write down every single moment, well, actually I still do, of deja vu, so I could track like, when does this happen? What does this mean? How did I feel before? How do I feel after? What else is happening? What happened around me? Just asking those questions so I can get a better idea of, what might this thing be telling me? Like, let me really dive in. So yeah, that's what I'm here for, to hold space for diving into your experiences too, my experiences, our experiences, and being like, does that mean, how does that show up in my life, and what can I do with this information? So that's me, and that's my story I wanted to share. But now I'm gonna open up the floor to share whatever, if you got a dream, if you have a moment you want to share with us, and then we'll practice some. I want to save practicing dream interpretation for next month, but right now it's just diving into what it feels like for you. So anybody bring a dream today or a moment that they want to share?
I can start since I brought it up earlier.
Oh yes, that's right. Go for it.
So in my dream, I was in my parents' backyard, and my godmother was there, and she lives up north in Hanford. And there's my dad's family's up there, some of like her, which is his sister, his brother, and another sister, they all live up there. So I feel kind of like distant from them. And with the whole COVID and staying home and all that, it just kind of caused a little division in our family. So in my dream, I had my godmother who lives up there in my parents' backyard. And she had two dogs, yeah. She doesn't have any dogs from what I know, because they have a lot of grandchildren and stuff. But yeah, there was also I had a dog too, and it was a small white dog, which my dogs are big already. And in the dream, it was like almost like the how my other dog that I ended up giving to my dad, which lives at that house, was when he was a puppy. And I kind of had him out and like playing with her animals, but as I'm kind of chasing around this puppy or walking around with it, I see, my cousin, my youngest cousin, who's about a little younger than my daughter, and other I guess like another cousin that I didn't know, and it's like, oh hey, I'm your tia or whatever, or your prima, like kind of introducing, kind of like, yeah, like they're kind of like I just don't really know them. Like, I guess pointing out that there's like a little bit of a division. And then with, my grandpa's care and all that, he was down here and now he's up there and he's like in a nursing home. So there's kind of been like drama. So that kind of like showed me, brought it up so that maybe I'm supposed to like look at it more or something.
Thank you. So when we share dreams, I always like to ask, how did you feel? What was the overall feeling from your dream?
It was kind of like a neutral feeling, kind of like if I'm just like an actor in a movie, just kind of watching it type of thing, and just kind of like, oh, I don't know you, like, hey, introducing, like, no big deal, like we're just, hi, we're still family or whatever.
And you mentioned this person uh, that you don't really know well, but was part of your life. Is in your parents' yard. What does your parents' house mean for you?
That's a place where there was a lot of gatherings where when things were good, they were there, It was the place. And now, and thinking about it now, I don't know how I would kind of see that. I guess we would have to like throw a party or something to make it happen again. With my dad's like condition, he's at the later stages of his life. He's older already and having some health conditions. So I think it all kind of ties into that and him, woo, not really understanding what's happening yet. And he will know next week what's happening. And I'm kind of nervous about that. Just because of, you know, sometimes like when you hear, bad news about your health or something, it might kind of make you feel less motivated to try, which he has been doing. And I just hope that that continues.
Yeah, I can understand that.
The symbol of the dogs in the dream, it's important because the dog represents the best friend, like the friendship has to come back in the family. The energy that needs to reunite the family is in the energy represented by the dogs. And so it could be also a projection of you. So you have that energy that puts people together. So that it's something that your soul is showing you, like you need to bring back the humanity, the faithfulness, the enthusiasm, the joy of, when you come back home and the dog, is super happy just seeing you. So that's the energy of the family that needs to be restored. And it's beyond time. And if you can do this now before, situation changes, the dreams normally are kind of timing. They said, okay, this is what it is, but insert this energy. Like the dogs are coming in to, like you said, let's have a party, let's put the family together.
Thank you.
It's the energy of the heart that needs to come back, and it's represented by the dogs. I don't know if this resonates.
Oh, definitely. I know that I'm supposed to be one to help keep the family together. It's not the first time I hear this, and I just have to figure out how to approach it. But yes, I guess the dream is telling me party. Might be time to celebrate the next big thing and with a bang.
And with the heart, not with the ego, not even with the savior energy, just the heart.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, my dog feels called in. Well, she's participating. I'm gonna play. Yes.
Thank you, Donatella. Does anybody else have any insights they want to share that they received from Maricela's share, even if it just like, ooh, that sparked something for me, or any further questions or anything like that? I was wondering, Maricela, Donatella mentioned the dogs being, talking about friends and friendship. How did you feel when the dogs were there? Like, unless you're complete with the dream, but yeah, how did you feel with the
Definitely open to continue exploring. You know me. I'm always calling you to talk about my dreams. Um, I felt, how did I feel about the dogs, or what was your question again?
Yeah, how did you feel about the dogs? Did they feel like strangers or they?
Oh, um, they were cute. They were cute, and I was like, they're all little, just like you throw kids in, like, here's a friend. I threw my dog in there, like he's friendly, even though that one isn't. That one got a little secluded when I lived in an apartment and didn't really, he just kind of went downstairs, didn't walk too much, and was not too social. So he has caused a little bit of problems at the house. Sometimes we gotta lock him up. We don't trust him like that. But anyway, um, the dog was friendly. Um, my godmother had two of the same dogs. So I think it was like a brother and sister type of situation. They looked almost identical, except one was brown and one was white. And yeah.
Yeah, I can see exactly what Donatello was mentioning, the bringing the dogs as a way of connecting, as a way of being like, do you want to be friends? Should we do this again? Should we reconnect? Well, your dogs are friendly. My dog is friendly. Let's see what happens, and bringing the family back into, having that moment to celebrate together and be together, and that could be exactly that.
It kind of also reminds me, I'm sorry to interrupt, but it kind of also reminds me of when the last time that I saw that family that I hadn't seen in a while. My cousin had a party for her daughter, and I was there, and I hadn't seen them, and I had come back from work, and I work with animals. So I had them all in the car, and I said, let me just, excuse me, stop by. And I think my sister had my daughter too. So I was like, I'll pick her up. We'll go. She's been there. And so I brought out the animals, and I want to say that it kind of, whatever tension or whatever they might have felt towards me, or like kind of like the animals changed like the energy of the place, which was nice because I just came in and like boom boom, people were laughing, all these different emotions about the animals, and then I left. Just like I was in and out like 1 hour. And I feel like if I were to like have a party and like, oh, it's gonna be there and she's gonna bring her animals, okay, and the kids, and yeah, so that adding to the animals and the connections and the people of my dreams, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds like those animals are your bridge. The way
Mm-hmm.
you bridge
Yeah.
that that I guess separation that happened eventually before.
Also, yeah, to always keep in mind that dreams are it's about everything, but everything in the dream is about us. There are different kinds of space and voices in the dream, but the first thing to really see, it's about parts of you that are showing up in the dream. So the dog is an animal outside of you, but it's also your heart. Represents open your heart in a friendly, faithful way that it's not going to steer the ego, it's not going to steer their protection. So to really become that dog, And also that situation, that division, it's also part of you. the parts of you that's divided and don't know what to do. So also bring that pieces together.
Thank you.
Yeah. So after all of this, I'm curious now, what do you think your next move would be? What do you think, if anything at all, what do you think would, I guess, bring that dream to life? Or if there's something that you want to do with that dream, if anything?
I'd say probably go hang out at my parents' house and spend more time with the family and see how we can I guess plan something or see what events are coming up. Maybe when I go there they'll tell me about something, or yeah, I could just go from there.
Yeah. Thank you, Maricela, for sharing that. It was nice breaking it down. How did you all feel about that? Going through dreams like that? Alrighty then. All right, does anybody else have a dream they want to share? Have open to the floor, talk about, and if you don't want any feedback, just let us know. That's perfectly fine too.
Well, I have one. It's a recurring one. And as Donatella said, that it always is a representation of how we feel, or of us, right? So just to get some little background story to it, I was released, or no, God removed me from my prior position where I was at for a decade, due to um, not taking the vaccine. So I was let go of that. Well, I don't see it as that no more. I see it as God removed me, because there was no other way I would have moved from that place, you know. But so, you know, I felt very close to my boss. Like I cared for him, you know, as a person. I thought we were friends and whatnot. And so when I was let go, I never heard from him. And as I'm sharing this, I'm like, it's dawning on me, like, I never heard from him. So um, I started dream, like I keep having a recurring dream where I go back to work, but I don't, like in my dream, I don't speak. Like in my dream, I know that I'm mad and I don't speak. Please. Go call your daddy, baby. Here, give me this. Give me this. Go with daddy. No, it's not okay. I told you you can't get into here, okay? Here you go. You can only do the other one. What other one? The other one. Go ask daddy to help you. This one? This one, yeah. There you go. I'll be there in a minute, okay?
And I might get a surprise for you.
Okay, honey.
Make it in room.
All right. So the point is that my beginning of this like recurring dream, I would go back to work, but I wouldn't speak, or in my dream I knew that I was pissed or mad at this person, and I wouldn't speak to that person. And I kept having recurring dreams like of me being back at work. And it's like, oh my gosh, like why am I dreaming of something that I'm trying to like not think of, right? But recently, my last dream, this time I gave my boss, or my ex-boss, I should say boss, my ex-boss. Then I gave him coffee, like I served him coffee. We didn't really talk, but and I woke up and I was like, is it that I'm just like I've let it go or like forgiven, you know? Because now I understand, like now I get that everything was divinely orchestrated. I get that. No, you gotta give me a second, baby.
One thing. Look.
Okay.
Can you see?
No.
I just want to see it.
Can you please?
I want to
give
see
me a
how it
second?
transforms though.
No, it doesn't. I'm not gonna open it, baby. This is not yours. This is Sion's.
So it's
I said no, my love.
you buy me one of those next
Yeah,
time?
maybe if you're a great listener. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. So, so anyway, so I'm realizing now, like maybe, you know, I have finally just realized that it's really not like this is how things had to be done. You know what I mean? But I don't know, what is your take on that?
From what I'm hearing, especially if you have a different outtake on, the situation now, you see it as, God removed you. Seems like you're coming to peace at it, offering coffee. When do you offer, like in waking life, when do you offer people coffee?
Just my husband, really. I offered him this morning.
And how did that feel when you offered him coffee this morning?
And good. I felt good. I felt like, you know, yeah, I felt good.
For me, it feels like it's like making peace because it's like, okay, now I see it from a different thing. This whole time I've been having these recurring dreams, I've just been angry about it. It's just nothing but anger. And, we were close. Now it's nothing but this realization that, oh, yeah, okay, okay, I'm coming at peace with it. And maybe not fully at peace yet, because you're offering a coffee, which is a good step towards that within like resolving that feeling within yourself, that I guess feeling of breakage as well, like oh, this broke, this hurt, and the people I thought would be by my side, where did they go? What happened? I thought we still had, this friendship, and
Yeah.
having that unsettled within you, and every time you think about it, it's like, "Urgh, I'm still mad." Well, it seems like that anger is starting to dissipate and you're starting to, see the light of it all and the reasons that you were removed from it.
Yeah.
How does that feel for you?
Yeah, that feels, it resonates. Because even though, although, you know, when it happened, it's not like I was like, oh, you know, I wasn't like expressing anger towards the person, you know. But I think deep down inside it did, you know, it hurt me more than it impacted me more than I thought.
Yeah, our dreams tend to show us that. They show us, oh, this is actually like in the wake state, we're like, that doesn't bother me. And then you
Yeah.
but the dreams tell you, oh, yes, it does. Maybe we
Yeah.
should address this to within ourselves, even if it's just having our own personal ceremony of like, I accept these feelings. I'm just going to sit here and feel them. I'm mad, screaming, whatever it is you need to do to remove those emotions from you, to just process it. Because it sounds like the dream is like, hey, or it was before, like, hey, process me, process me, process me. And now you are processing it, which makes it go shoo.
Yeah. At one point, like after the last dream, I thought, oh my gosh, like really work through it, right? And I even considered, I was like, maybe I should just call and like even thank him, you know, because that was like really more of a catalyst for the rebirth that I had, you know. And so just, yeah, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but it did cross my mind, you know. Yeah, go ahead. I know you wanted to say something.
Yeah, the other thing about, the things that we want to do, like, let's say, yeah, I feel like calling him to thank him, but I'm not sure. It's more of like even writing that letter to yourself, even having that phone call for pretend, like just putting that action, and it doesn't have to be somebody else on the other end. It's really a conversation with yourself.
Mm.
Hey, da 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 da, da 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 da. And just like that's the beauty of being able to dream in the real world and like awake is because you can sort through those things in your mind, in your body, going through the motions as if you were actually doing it. I had to do that yesterday where somebody driving really pissed me off. They started flicking their hands and I was like, "Did I cut you off?" And they ignored me and pulled off and I was like, "I wonder what I could have done. I wonder what happened if I threw an egg at them." And then I thought about that. I was like, "Nah. I wonder what would have happened if I chased them around the city." But I thought, okay, that's funny. I wonder what would have happened if I said this. Like just imagining all these different scenarios because I was angry. I was confused because I was like, I didn't do anything to you. And so I'm like, "Urgh, what can I do with this anger? I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play in my head and figure out like which one feels like, okay, I got it out. Now I can move on with my day."
Mm.
That always helps as well.
Would you like me to say
Yeah,
something?
sure, please.
So I really feel that everything when you said it's really on top, like really precise. There's also an aspect that we are not acknowledging. Like there's the emotional side and the human side of connection with people and the professional side, and we are so trained to separate everything. So professionally, there's this divorce, right, that happened, this separation and distance. But emotionally, it's not processed. And we don't have the maturity to say, my human self, acknowledging human self, besides, the fact that professionally we're not in the same place anymore. So that aspect was not processed, was not, is lingering. And the pain of that, because we don't know how much is important, how much present it is, because again, we separate everything, was lingering inside as pain. And then you thinking maybe I should just call and thank him, brought some peace to that pain, which I think that on a human level, the exercise of doing it, it's so brave and so important, because if we, like conscious beings, start to break these ego barriers and not being vulnerable, and we are vulnerable, saying, listen, I wanted to tell you, I have so much gratitude for you. This is something that free your heart, and you allow that other part of the relationship to be acknowledged. And the fact that you already thought about that, it already brought the coffee of peace. Like there's this human connection. It's a branch of olives. The coffee is a branch of olives. But it's your own acceptance of the emotional connection with this person that was left like an abandonment. The relationship was abandoned in itself. So, personally, if you feel that you want to send a letter, that is so divinely powerful. The fact that you show up with your emotion and say, I want to just tell you that. That
Yeah.
last week, 2 weeks ago, I went to Tulum. And when I landed, I had two texts. One from a client that came to one of my retreats 7 years ago. And he sent me a post from Instagram that stirred in him so much gratitude for the work he did with me, and send me the post and send me all the gratitude. And another woman, a client that I worked with for a couple of years, 2-3 years ago, and she was also sending me, it's incredible, your words and the work daily. I hear and I understand it. Still thinking, I always think of you, but I want to tell you how grateful I am. So the fact that I was like, it filled my heart. I was like, wow, this is incredible. Like out of the blue, people that I don't talk for years, but I am in their space, they're in my space, it's still live. And the fact that we give a voice enriches the universe. It reaches this part of us that we are so, I understand. Just give me 1 minute. We are so depleted of human contact. We are craving it, we are suffering for it, but we don't even know how much we miss each other and the contact with each other. So to be the evolved being that comes out and say it, it's something, if you want to do it, like give yourself courage to do it. Because
Oh my gosh, as like you're speaking, like I could see myself doing it.
Yeah, because it feels like your soul wants to do it. But I'm not saying have the courage. I'm not saying you need to do it, not to do it, but have the courage to be that vulnerable being that sees another vulnerable being. That's how we change the world.
And I know that's also too, that's like weighing heavy on me and taking up
Yes,
space. And I
because
know
it's an
that once I
abandonment.
clear it, it opens me up for more expansion myself.
Yeah.
You know? So
Sometimes it's not needed. Sometimes it's something a letter you leave the universe. And sometimes it's needed. Sometimes you have to really give that. So it's up to your discernment, but if you really want to do it, give yourself the courage to do it.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anybody else have anything to share, even if it's, anything that they got
I'd
from?
like to share.
Mhm.
What I like to share is how I had an experience of dreams that led to an event in my life, and how I was able to kind of use the dreams to bring up emotions to be processed, so that by the time it happened, something happened, um, I wasn't awful. I wasn't reactive or anything. Any emotions from the past didn't come back. So what happened was that I kept dreaming about this one person who was my friend for a very long time, but it just things ended in a way where I knew that I should have just not really gave her the benefit of the doubt. And something so easy just made her, say, I don't want to be your friend, and didn't even want to talk about it or anything. So I was like, I wasn't going to sit there. She even said, and don't even try to convince me. And like, I wasn't even going to, I was like, well, even better for me. Like, I was trying to figure out if I should do that the other way around or whatever. So anyway, so I kept dreaming about her, and this was something that had happened years in the past. And I felt anger, like I in my dreams I felt like I wanted to fight her and stuff. There was like angry feelings. So I processed it by writing writing her a letter about everything of how I felt. So then the day comes when it's my mom's funeral, on a time where I'm very like emotionally vulnerable and stuff. And she shows up and everything that I've already processed wasn't there, and I just met her. We said some words, and it didn't really like impact me so bad. So I feel like the fact that I had those dreams and I was able to like process them and stuff prior to like seeing her again, then the time came and I had already felt at peace with everything.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Did you have something, Donatella? I see that. Boom.
No, I was just saying good.
Yeah, it's one of the things I've learned a lot about dreams is that it's there to help us process emotions, process experiences, prepare us for experiences. I know for me there's been a few dreams that I've had that I'm like came true. I'm like, oh, shiznit, okay, this is okay. And it helps because it's like, oh, I saw this. I kind of knew where it was going and it happened. And so our dreams are very connected and they're non-linear. They're completely non-linear. And it's like you get to explore so much within that dream world, that dream state. And it helps process. Like dreams are for a reason. We have these dreams. We have dreams for a reason. And I know there's people that don't dream or don't remember their dreams, and that happens too. And there's ways to introduce those more by intentionally setting space for dreams to come through, answer questions that you have. It's a way to really speak to yourself and what's happening within this, and what's happening within all of it as a whole. as an experience, as your life. So yeah, these dreams are powerful and magical. Did anybody else, Amber or Darla, did you guys want to add anything to Mari Cruz's dreams, or even what Maricela shared, anything like that? You guys are more than welcome to. Hey, Darla.
Hey, I don't really have anything to add, but I'm grateful to be here. It's making me like reflect on my own dreams and realizing how I've been connected to some of my dreams, like pretty thoroughly, and then disconnected from others. And like, it's just I'm using this space or this time as like reflection as I'm like listening and as thoughts come.
Thank you, Darla. Feel free to share one of those dreams if you want. You're more than welcome to. Alrighty. There's oh, did anybody else have a dream? Donatella, did you want to, even if you have your like, I'm complete with this dream, please feel free to share one and then see, what we feel or come up with.
Yeah, I don't have a recent dream in my mind right now, but one thing that like this house I live in, I received in a dream. I saw exactly this picture here. I saw this spot with all my singing bowls here in a dream. And I was in choir when I had this dream. And then I had a second dream where I just landed back in the States from Italy at like 4 a.m., went to bed, and at 7 a.m. had like a dream that showed me the house, because I was in New York. I was about to come here, and the plan was to land here. We were looking for houses for months and couldn't find anything that felt right. And so we decided with my husband to just drive, stay in our Airbnb, and look. When we were here, when we found it, and then the furniture will come. And that night, 3 days before coming, I dreamed that the house was on the market. I woke up right away, 7 a.m. I opened the application where I was looking, and this house was on the market, like was just coming up. And I immediately did the application. We were the only people they interviewed us. We were driving on our way, so we had an interview, Zoom interview, while we were driving, and we landed in this house, like with the car. We landed in the front door. There was the agent that opened the door and gave us the keys, and this is how we found our house in LA, coming from East Coast. It was shown in a dream. In a dream, we were saying that was ready and manifested. And you said that dreams have been a guide in your life. My life is all like that with the dream, all of it.
That's amazing. I love that. That's
Yeah.
my sister had a similar experience. They were looking for a house for a very long time, and then one day she woke up and she called me. She said, "I just had a dream about the house I'm gonna live in." And she was like, "I got the exact address." And so she typed in the address and she found it, and it was on sale, and they bought it and they lived in
Yeah.
it for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah. And the same thing happened to me in Italy. I asked the universe, I want to buy a house here to be independent when I come at my place. I also want to be rooted to the land. And that night, I saw a pin in a map. The day after, I went in that spot to do his house on sale, and we bought it right away. So yeah, once you tap into the dream world, and many, many years ago, I woke up one morning and I knew the language of dreams. Like I knew exactly, because sometimes it's soul talking, sometimes it's God talking, sometimes it's a past life, sometimes it's a feeling and somebody. And I woke up and I knew exactly the texture and the frequency of which voice was coming through the dream. Of course, this doesn't happen for your own dreams because it's very hard to do that with your dreams. Jung was saying you're a fool if you think you can understand your dreams. And I agree, because when I have an idea, but if I say my dream, when I say it, I kind of get something, and then what people tell me, then I get it. But it's and they were always telling their dreams every single day. Yeah, Carl Jung and all his um, analysis, and they were meeting every day to talk about dreams. That's how important dream world is. Every day they were meeting and talk about dreams. So it's what we're doing here. It's so important. And so it's good because even if you can understand somebody's dream, you need somebody else to understand your dreams. So there's a little bit of humbleness there, of the magic. It's like art. It's like art. You can't really define. You can go on the book and the list, but there's the art of understanding the language of the unknown, of the spirit, the different voices.
Yeah, yeah. It's so that's one of the things I've been, teaching people is like don't listen to those dream interpretation books. If it resonates with you, that's what matters. If it feels good for you, that's what matters. It could tell you, everybody could tell you something from their own experiences, but it's like what feels right to you, what feels good to you, what feels true to you. And I know for me, I've lied to myself a few times. So it is helpful to have somebody else help you interpret those dreams because, it's like, I see you. Oh, no, that's not what it's going to be. I don't know what you're talking about. And, this happens more than just when we're sleeping. This happens when we're wide awake, wide awake. I want to share a story that was very recent of mine that was a waking dream completely. And I'm just like, ah. Oh my God, that was the craziest thing. So, last summer I was invited magically, there was things that led up to this, but magically I was invited to perform, to hold space musically at a psilocybin retreat. And when I was getting there, me and my ex-husband now were having a conversation about, what divorce would look like. We were already there in our relationship where it's like, okay, let's talk about divorce. I want a divorce. Do you want a divorce? And so we're talking about it, and so I went to this retreat, and I got there, and something, it just felt like magic already. And I was like, maybe this is the space we need to just, figure out what it is that we want. And there, because I know for me, we agree on like divorce, but then I'm like, no, we don't need that. We're good. But I was like, I'm going to tell people about it because when I tell people about it, it feels a lot more real. Like it's not just in my head, and it also gives me accountability to not back out of that. And so I shared with them that, me and my husband are getting divorced, and there was a lot of celebration and, well, celebration like, oh, I'm happy that you came to this, without having to drag it out and try to make something work. And during that whole experience, it was like spirit was talking in the trees and the wind and the water and the fire. We had a little fire ceremony. Um, and then just being there, there was this butterfly that just kept flying back and forth, back and forth. And one of my girlfriends, there was this little June bug, the ones that are colorful and iridescent. And she's like, here, hold it. I was like, ew, no. And she was like, no, seriously, hold it. And I was like, okay. And so she put it in my hand and it started walking around. And I was like, oh, it's so soft and gentle. She's like, yeah, we used to catch these all the time as kids. I was like, I've never held one before. And it felt so nice. And there was something that was like confirmation, like, what is the meaning of. See, I also like to use like, what do you think the meaning is and see if it resonates. So when I looked up Junebug symbology, it was very, there it is. Junebug symbolizes themes of evolution, growth, and transformation. And so for me, it was like confirming that, yeah, get a divorce. This is the right path. This is where it's serving you. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a divorce. I'm accepting this. And so the rest of the time there, towards the end, I was processing grief. It was just a lot of stuff moving. And towards the end, as I'm cleaning up, nobody is really there anymore. All the participants left, and just cleaning up all the instruments. I go outside to say goodbye to the land. It was beautiful. It was the way she set it up. I was just like, this is magical. So I went outside and I walked around, and I was down, and she has a lot of chimes. There were chimes everywhere and beautiful, um, I guess you could say scarves, but not scarves, tapestries and things that wave in the wind, they move. And so I'm walking through it and I'm like, Spirit, I feel you. I know you're here with me. Can you give me a sign and I will follow? And I said this. And then next thing you hear is a gong on the other side going ding, 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 ding. I'm like, okay, I'll follow. So I follow. And then another one on this side goes ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, okay, I'll follow that. And it's like guiding me through this maze of ding, 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 dings. And at one point, it points me into this house that's on the side of the cliff or mountain, I guess, and just you could see like so much beautifulness, like grand, just I was like, oh, I wouldn't have seen this if you didn't bring me over here. And I'm just like looking at it like I'm so grateful. Like I don't feel alone. I feel like very much supported in what it is that I'm deciding. Everything I feel supported in. And so I say goodnight, I say goodbye to the land, and I start packing up my car. And the last thing I pack up, I'm near this tree in her yard, and I close the door, and I'm just like so grateful because that was the most profound experience with the psilocybin that I've ever had. It was the first time I've held it, like been in that type of holding of that. So I felt like really good and just positive, and I was just like, thank you, Spirit, so much for everything. And I start walking towards the door to say goodbye to the owner. And there was this sound in the tree behind me. Just I'm like, the hell is that? And I'm just like, am I gonna get eaten by a cougar or something? I'm just like, ah! And I'm just like, I look, and suddenly this big owl, wings spread out. I'm here, and he goes, and I'm like, ah! And I start like jumping in celebration, like, oh my God, whoa, that's the closest I've ever been to an owl. And I'm like, okay, and I'm all pumped up, like, I got you, I see you, I'm with you, I'm right there. And I go home, and then I'm just in bliss state, and talking to my husband, and I'm like, I got this. We're gonna get a divorce. We're good. And as time went on, we started, doing normal life things. And I was thinking in my head, I didn't say this out loud, as we were walking our daughter around, I was like, we're getting along right now. This is nice. And I said, do we actually need a divorce? Like, do we need to have a divorce? And as soon as I said that, there was a June bug dead on the ground. And I looked at it, I was like, Something in me was like, not the way you want to think right now. And I was like, look, it's the June bug again. Remember before it was like confirmation? So maybe this is confirmation that I don't need a divorce. And I'm like, that's what it is. I don't know. It's dead, but could mean rebirth. So I'm just like, and so things start happening that we ended up getting into, I guess you could call it a DV moment, where things happened and the police were called and he was taken away. And as the policemen were talking to me, he was just talking, and I was like in a different world, because I was like, I can't believe this happened. How did we even get here? What the fuck is happening? And I suddenly this June bug starts flying by the police officer. I've never seen a June bug in where I lived. I lived there for 3.5 years, never seen June bugs there. Suddenly, just scooting on by, and he goes, I'm like, I guess this is the right decision. This is the way it's gonna be. Alrighty, let's do it. And so the process started where he was moving out after, everything was settled with that. And then he was telling me things like, I don't have anywhere to go. What am I going to do with how am I going to see my daughter? And I'm like, in my head, I was like, how can I help this man? Even after all this, how can I help this man? What can I do? I don't want to make his life hard. I just want to make sure everybody's cared for. And then as soon as I came up with something, I was like, he could sleep on the couch and be here from 6 to 9. He has to leave, like formulating something that could make this work. And I was like, that's gonna work. As soon as I said that's gonna work, we had an earthquake. And I'm like, never mind. I was like, okay, I hear you loud and clear. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not gonna, got it. Okay. So this is how, for me, the dreams in waking life happen. They give you signs, they give you moments, and that earthquake was the cherry on top of everything. It was like, yeah, big decisions are being made. So, but yeah, does anybody have any experiences like not like that, but day walking, daydreaming, where spirits just interacting with you during the day? I'm pretty sure there's a lot in here, but feel free to share if you'd like.
I'll go. As you're talking, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's happened to me. Oh my. So just really quick. First off, I just want to share. Let me see. Oh. Can you guys see my tattoo?
Yeah.
So it's a June bug, but it's like with Egyptian wings,
Yeah.
So I used to they're called mayates, like in the Latino Hispanic world, right? And prior to my awakening, they would come out of nowhere and I would like so much so that I broke my toe running away from one. I broke my toe. And so after my awakening, they would still come around. And then I kind of started tapping into like, okay, what is the meaning? And this and that. And finally, I was able to hold one. And so now I realize that it was me running away from myself, So now that's why I'm like, oh, they're very significant for me as well. Transformation, that rebirth. And another thing that I would like to share, since you mentioned earthquakes, I don't know, like a while back, like the last earthquake, I was meditating and then I was just giving praise and glory and gratitude to God, to the divine, to our earth, sending her so much love. And I sent it and then I get back to doing what I'm doing, and like 3 seconds later, and it shakes. And I was like, whoa, okay, you received it. You received it, Mama Earth. So yeah, I've had experiences. And I've had experiences where I've called the water twice as well. One time here in Redlands, I show up to a river that I usually go to, and I'm heavy that day too. I'm crying, and I'm like crying to my great grandmother, like, you told me, it's a big story, but I was born with the veil in my face. And so my great grandmother was a doula, and she told my mother that, that I was here that I was special and that I was going to do things with my hands. And so it never clicked until now. This doesn't work. This, I can't open it.
Can I say something?
No, give me a second.
One thing.
No, give me a second. Give me a second. So
You go somewhere.
Yes. Can you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can we go? But can I say something?
One thing, because
Hi,
Listen.
Soul.
This is my light child, which she loves to like be in the camera and stuff. So, but be careful.
So I wanted to say that when I was born, there was a big egg, and I was in the egg, and I lived in the clouds.
She lived in the clouds. She
with
says
all the angels.
and she says that she chose me as her mommy, and she jumped out of the cloud and she told God she wanted me to be her mommy.
And I'm like, no, I don't want to be that one.
Thank you for sharing, my love.
Yeah,
And
thank
can we go
you.
for
Yeah, give me a second, okay?
I'll pack my stuff.
Okay. Be careful.
Beautiful women.
You're right, beautiful women, she said. So where was I?
Your
I shared about the earthquake. Oh, the water. So I get to the river and I'm heavy, I'm crying. I get to the river and the river is dry. And I'm like, why? I'm here to cry with you. And no clue why it would be dry. It always has water. It's river. And so that day, after I chanted, and I chanted something that I didn't know. I just let my voice go. And so, but prior to chanting, I did say, come to me, come through me, speak to me, speak through me. And then boom, I started doing my chant, which now I come to understand that it's a healing chant. And I opened my eyes and the water came. And so in that moment, I received a message from the divine, letting me know that, because again, I think that's what I've been working through a lot, through scarcity, because, not having that steady income, to like now having no, from having a steady income to like having no income. It was like a big change for me. And so what God told me in that moment when the water came, she said, just like that, I can give you the abundance. I just need you to believe in you and your power. And so that was like the start of like this whole journey, magical journey, like magic, alignment, connection, just like divine orchestration. And then this happened in like July. And then January, the next year, I went to Hawaii. And when I sat at the cliff, because like it was like 15 feet high, and I was away from the cliff because I don't know how to swim. So and I sat there, and as soon as when I offered my healing chant, the one that came over here with the water, I offered it to the water. And as soon as I started singing it, I had my eyes closed, the ocean came up. And it terrified me. It shook me to my core. And I was just like, because I was alone. I was like, this wasn't, I was with the locals. So it wasn't like, the resorts or nothing. I was like literally out in the cliff by myself, And so it really shook me. But again, and then at that moment, I just started screaming to God, to the divine, like, I get it. I get it. Like, but then I was like shaking to go back, away from, because I didn't know I didn't know what to expect. But okay, go with daddy. Daddy's downstairs. So yeah, so and more and more I'm realizing that I have that communication with the elements, with the wind. When I start drumming, when I start singing, like it lets me know I hear you. And it's just time that I stop doubting. That's a message that's keeps coming up for me, like, stop doubting. And then especially after these confirmations of abundance coming in, it's like, oh, that's all I need to do is continue to like step into what I love to do, which is be out in nature. Like that's what I did yesterday. I was out in nature for a while, and so just those reminders of coming back to the earth, which holds us and sustains us, and then God takes care of the rest. So that's a little bit about me.
Thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. Yeah, it's amazing how we interact with our environments. They interact back. And when they see you paying attention, they'll keep coming. They like to be seen just as much as we like to be seen. And I personally believe we're all mirrors. We're all mirrors of each other. My birthday is a mirror. It's 2/12/1991. So I live by mirror work and recognizing, the us in the inanimate, or even in the animate, is that a word? Anyways, but recognizing how often, how much we communicate with our environment, with the elements, with the trees, the wind, the water, the sky. All of this is a dream. All of this is your dreams, and you get to, when I don't know, this is something we can talk about at our check-in, but lucid dreaming, even that, you're doing that, like, this is considered lucid dreaming because you get to make your own life, awake and sleep. So yeah. Any final thoughts before we close this space? It's about that time. Alrighty. Okay then.
Thank you, everyone. That was very nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Donatella.
Thank you for holding space, everyone. Thank you, Donatella, for your amazing input. And Tia Marie for, creating this container of pure magic, because I'm all about the magic.
Yes. Me too. Yes. Thank you all for showing up and being here. It wouldn't be possible without you. So thank you very much. Now, we do have a little bit of a closing that we're going to do every time. So we opened with a mantra, and now we're going to close with a mantra. I'm going to introduce it, and then we could say it together or however you want. But we're going to end the same way we start. So go ahead and close your eyes. Take a moment here to be in this space. Let our past 2 hours with each other integrate within your body. Feel where it's landing. Take a moment to enjoy that stillness. Alrighty, and when we're ready, let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Another deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And one final deep breath in through the nose, the deepest you've taken thus far. Hold it at the top. 3, 2, 1. Exhale with a sigh. Let it all go. Thank yourself for showing up. Give yourself a big old hug. Tell yourself that you love it. Thank you for showing up for you today. Put your hand on your heart if you feel called, or in prayer pose, whichever works for you. And this is the closing mantra. I'm going to put it up as well, so you know. I am returning to myself. I am dreaming with devotion. I walk the path with presence. The way is open, and I am ready. I am the dreamer. I am listening. Let's see. I'll put that up now. And alrighty, and feel free to take a moment with that. I'm gonna go ahead and take a deep breath in, and I am returning to myself. I am dreaming with devotion. I walk the path with presence. The way is open, and I am ready. I am the dreamer. I am listening.
My body is at ease. I am kind to myself.
Alrighty.
I am
Thank you
free.
all for being here. It's been
Loved
a
eternally.
great moment sitting here with you.
I've got everything I need.
Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening or day, weekend. And also look out for those emails with some prompts for our first prompt of the month. Alrighty.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
Sad